We're in cyclone season, but what are cyclones, how do they form, and what is the outlook for this season? Now, the cyclone season runs from November to April. The storms are deadly, can cause billions of dollars in damage, and their effects can be felt far away from the eye. And the warning this year is we may see more than the average 9 to 11 that usually enter Australian waters. Cyclones are low-pressure storms. Around the Atlantic and northeastern Pacific, they're called hurricanes, and in the northwestern Pacific, Near East Asia, typhoons. Whatever the name, they're all the same thing. Really big and really destructive storms that come at you from the ocean. Cyclones emerge from clusters of offshore thunderstorms. If they're in an area of low pressure, these storms can begin to churn, grow, and eventually spin into a tropical cyclone and begin charging across the seas, sucking up moisture along the way. They need one essential ingredient: warm tropical waters above 26.5 degrees. It's the cyclone's fuel. And once it's no longer around, because the cyclone careers into colder waters or hits land, the storm rapidly loses power, just like a car without petrol. That's why they mostly hit Queensland, northern WA and the NT. To be classified as a cyclone, wind speeds must be more than 63 kilometres an hour. This is a Category 1 storm. The cyclone scale goes all the way up to Category 5, where winds can be more than 200 kilometres an hour with gusts of over 279 k's. The biggest risks are ferocious winds causing property damage and scattering debris, heavy rain that can spread far inland and cause flooding well beyond the system, and storm surges on the coast. The deadliest cyclones are sometimes not the strongest. 1974's Tracy was a weaker Category 4, but killed 71 due to unexpectedly turning towards Darwin and ripping apart flimsy buildings. The Bureau of Meteorology has said Australia could see more than the usual maximum of 11 storms this season due to the extra moisture the La Niña climate driver, which is now in place, can bring. On January 3, Imogen, a Cat 1 storm which formed in the Gulf of Carpentaria, was declared the first of the season. Some cyclones can remain out at sea and wither within days. Others can grow into monsters and make a beeline for populated areas. The main rule is to keep an eye on them, and if they're coming for you, stay safe, and mainly by getting out of the way.